Good morning, everybody. Listen, I just wanted to get on here just a minute this morning and welcome all you new followers. It amazes me. And I'm so glad that you're here. And we've got almost, 2,000 new followers as of 3 days ago. So, I want to show those new followers how to make a good old homemade biscuit this morning since I'm making them anyway and it's still dark outside. You make your little bird nest in here. Just push it down. This is White Lily self-rising flour. And then I'm going to get me a couple of egg-size things of grease. There's one egg size, like a large egg. There's two. And you always want to use buttermilk, y'all. I've got two things out here because I think this one's about gone right here. I greased my skillet good. A black iron skillet. I wanted to tell y'all, and you fill your bird nest up with some milk. Now your flour, I've got a whole bag of flour in here, the self-rising, and it doesn't get wet. You can leave that buttermilk in there just like that, and it's not wetting the flour around it. People said, that amazes me. Well, it amazes me too. Anyway, get your hand in there and work that grease into this flour by pulling in just a little bit at a time. The more you work your flour, the tougher your biscuit gets. So you want to pull that flour in kind of sort of fast. Get that thing mixed up so that you don't have to stand here all day and have tough biscuits. One of the ladies that came over to the call house, she told me the other day, she said that she was 60-something years old and had never been able to make a biscuit. So she watched me and she made them. And she said they were so good. See how much bigger my bird nest is getting now? Anyway, she said they were so good and that they she went to her children's house for Christmas. And she thought she'd surprise them. So I need a little bit more milk. So what she did, I'll just use that one up. What she did is she got up that morning and she made a big old pan of biscuits. And they said, Mama, I didn't know you could make biscuits. Why didn't you do this when we were growing up at home? She said, because I just learned how. She said, Brenda Gentt taught me how to make biscuits. And so I just want to share it. So they were so excited. All right, so this dough is almost ready. You only want to use one hand, y'all. You got to save this one for other things. Now then, I want to talk to y'all about the degree that you're going to cook it on. You're going to cook it on 500 degrees. Now, I do have a few followers that said their oven only went to 475 or 450, I believe it was. Well, that's okay. But if it does go to 500, go ahead and put it up there. Another thing I want to tell you is this. Those convection ovens do not cook the same as a regular oven. Now, my oven is a regular oven. So, in a convection oven, all right, it's ready. See there? It's ready. And I didn't do it too long. In a convection oven, they don't brown up pretty. They just don't do it. And I don't know what to tell you if that's what you've got. I guess I would lower the temperature maybe to 400, see if that would work. I don't really know what to tell you folks. But I will say that if you flour your surface, I will say this. If somebody out there has a convection oven and you have figured out what temperature to set it on when you're doing my biscuits, please let us know because the other people want to know. All right, I'm going to pat this out like this. I flip it a time or two. And then I just press it down to almost like maybe a ½ inch thick, something like that. I'm putting a little more flour on my hand so it won't stick to it. All right, here's my biscuit cutter. I've got a can that I just cut both ends out. Some people say, well, I do mine with a glass. Well, let me say this. The air gets trapped in there and the biscuit doesn't want to let go. So I don't like to use a glass, all right? I'm going to see if I can't pull this over or turn y'all around maybe. Yeah, that works. so you can see the actual pan that we're fixed to put them on. I stick my flour in my bowl and kind of hit it a little bit. And then I'm going to put my biscuits on my pan, and then it'll be ready. It's real easy, y'all. And listen, I told that lady yesterday when she was telling me that she learned how to cut biscuits and make biscuits for her children. I said, you know, that makes my heart sing. Have y'all ever heard that old expression? That means that you're just so happy. And y'all, I am happy. I'm happy because you're trying it. I'm happy because you're doing it. I'm happy because you're following me. And I'm happy because America can eat a biscuit. You can change it up, do some other things in it, put some jelly on it, put some butter on it, put some gravy on it. Eat it for breakfast, eat it for supper, eat it with chicken, eat it with pork chops. You can just eat biscuits all you want to. Oh, and by the way, let me tell you, you know, there was a day or two that I couldn't even post because my phone would not work. Well, I went to town, I bought me a new phone, and they have had to order it, so it should be in a day or two. I hope I won't get to post this that I'm doing today, but there's no guarantee. Another thing I want to tell you is this. Some of you said you're having trouble finding me. Well, make sure that when you do find me and you see my video, and you know what makes it mine, right? The Cooking with Brenda Gentt on Facebook. Well, anyway, I've also got a thing on Instagram now. And this is named the same thing. Comment on it. Share it. And when you do, it'll show up more often. All right, there it is. That wasn't that quick. Well, that easy, y'all, easy. And look at my flour. I want to show you something. It's not wet. It's not wet. So what I'm going to do the next time I make biscuits, I'm going to sift this. This flour bowl stays out all the time. And I put this over it. This is an old feed sack. And I just throw it over like that. Put it in the cabinet and I'm ready for the next go round. It's just easy. Easy, easy. And I want to welcome all you new followers. Thank you. And remember, if you know the answer to a question somebody's asking on my page, please share the answer. Tell them. Because I try to get to everything, but when there's comments that I can't get to, I want somebody to get to them. So, love y'all. Have a great day. Let God bless you today. Bye-bye.